You know, when we introduced the iPhone in January, we said it was the best iPod ever. And iPhone owners agree with us. It's incredible with its multi-touch user interface, its incredible album artwork and video. It is the best iPod ever. And people have been asking us and wondering, when are we going to bring this technology to an iPod? Well, the answer to that question is we're going to do it today, and this is what the product looks like. It's called the iPod Touch. I happen to have one right here. It's just about the same size screen as the iPhone, but it's even thinner. It's 8 millimeters thin. It's unbelievable. The new iPod Touch. We think it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's just incredible. It features our revolutionary multi-touch interface. When I showed you the side view of the iPod Touch, I was keeping a secret. I showed you the clean side. Let me show you the other side. You see there's something in that upper corner. It's an antenna, because we've built in Wi-Fi to the new iPod Touch. Well, we're going to add an application to iPod Touch. And the application we're going to add is the Safari web browser. And so what better way to provide even more entertainment than millions of free videos on YouTube? So we're building YouTube in. On the bottom of the iPod Touch is the standard iPod 30-pin connector, so it plugs into the iPod ecosystem like every other iPod. And it's a worldwide product. This is the first touch product that Apple is going to ship outside the US. 22 hours of audio playback and 5 hours of video playback. Multi-touch user interface, 3.5-inch widescreen display, delivers stunning video and photos. Fantastic way to browse your music library with cover flow, find music that you haven't listened to in a while that you still love. It's great. And Wi-Fi with Safari and YouTube and Google and Yahoo search. There's something cool to do with Wi-Fi now, so let's go ahead and build it in. All in an incredibly thin form factor, just 8 millimeters thin. 8 gigabytes. The price for the new iPod Touch with 8 gigabytes of storage, $299. The price with 16 gigabytes of storage, $399. And we're shipping these. Both models will be available in just a few weeks. We're shipping them this month. Plenty of time for the holiday season. So let's move on to the iPod Touch. The iPod Touch is an incredible product. We've brought our multi-touch technology and our multi-touch user interface to an iPod. And this is unlike anything in the marketplace. Well, for this holiday season, we're making it even better. And so this is the new iPod Touch. It's got the same gorgeous 3.5-inch display, but it's even thinner. It is this beautiful contoured stainless steel design. And if you didn't think the last one could get thinner, you've got to get your hands on one of these things. They're just fantastic. And there's the bottom right there, the 30-pin connector. And so what's different about this? Well, some things are the same. The stunning 3.5-inch display. Here's something that's different. This was the #1 request we've gotten. We've integrated volume controls into the side. We think that's going to make a lot of people a little happier. Of course, the accelerometer, wireless networking, 802.11b and G are still there. We've built in a speaker, which is really hard with something this thin. It's for casual listening. Okay? This is not for audiophiles, but it's really nice to have it. Genius playlist creation right on the iPod Touch, and of course the App Store built in. We've also built in Nike Plus iPod into the iPod Touch. Genius, again, to be able to make these playlists from songs in the library right on the Touch that go great together. We've built that right into the iPod Touch. And so let's take a look. If I'm listening to Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, I just tap to get the scrubber and, you know, the panel that lets me set, repeat, and shuffle. And we've added right on there, as you can see, a Genius symbol. You just tap that with your finger, and you've made a Genius playlist. We've got it in 3 models. We've got an 8 GB model for a new, much lower price of $229. We've got a 16 gig model for $299. That's double the memory for the same price as the old 8 gig used to be. And a 32 gigabyte for $399. And all 3 of these models are available starting today.
Well, I hope you agree with us that the iPod Touch is not only a great iPod, a great portable computer, but it is an unbelievable gaming playing device. And you've just seen some of the hot new titles about to come out. It's just going to keep growing. It's the most affordable gateway at $229. And most importantly, of course, you don't need a subscription. Once you give it as a gift to a friend, they can just start playing. They don't have monthly fees, and then they can add and explore that amazing app store. Now, we learned something really important a few years back in the iPod business. We had what at the time was our most affordable and best-selling music player, the iPod Mini. And the iPod Mini was selling for $249. We asked the engineering team to work really hard to get the cost down so we could bring it to market at $199. And when we did, something really incredible happened. The sales doubled. We learned something that day. $199 is a magic price point in the iPod market. With that price point, we can reach more customers. So that's just what we're going to do with the iPod Touch. The most important thing, give it to even more customers to get access to all this incredible software. So bring the iPod Touch down today to $199 for an 8 GB iPod Touch. So let's bring up the prices of the iPod Touch lineup. We're going to bring that 8 GB in at $199. In addition, at $299, we're going to double the memory to 32 gigabytes. And at $399, we're going to double it again to 64 gigabytes. Think about it, 64 gigabytes of flash memory in this amazing little pocket computer. It's just incredible. There's 2 other things about that 32 and 64 gigabyte versions of the iPod Touch I wanted to make sure you knew about. First, we've worked harder to make it even faster. It's already fast, but now up to 50% faster in most everything you do. And for gamers, they're going to appreciate that we've added the graphics power to bring on OpenGL ES version 2.0, and this is what the next generation games are going to be using to get even more realism on these incredible portable games. But the really important thing, and I can't overemphasize this, is the power of that price, $199, creating an even more affordable gateway to the App Store for our customers.
That leaves the iPod Touch. And it has become the most popular iPod. It used to be the Nano, but in the last year, the Touch has become the most popular iPod. And a lot of people call it an iPhone without the phone. It's also an iPhone without a contract. Well, we're going to make it even better. We're going to change it. This is the new iPod Touch. It's even thinner. Here's the top with the sleep-wake button, bottom with the same 30-pin connector, headphone jack, little speaker port. The new iPod Touch has our amazing Retina display in it. The Apple A4 chip, 3-axis gyro for even better gaming, iOS 4.1 with Game Center, and we've added a front-facing camera and FaceTime. And we've added a rear camera as well with HD video recording. 40 hours of music playback. So there's the packaging. There's 3 models, an 8 gigabyte model for $229, a 32 gigabyte model for $299, and a 64 gigabyte model for $399.
Next, iPod Touch. And of course, it's going to now run iOS 5. And all those great things that Scott talked to you about, the iPod Touch does those as well. And so does iCloud. The iPod Touch now comes with iOS 5 and iCloud. Huge things in their own right. In addition, it comes in both black and now white as well, a brand new white version. And it's gorgeous. Well, now it's going to be $199, a key price point. For a 32 gigabyte version, it's $299, and for a 64 gigabyte version, $399. And this will be available when iOS 5 ships on October 12th.
Make it even better with an all-new 5th generation iPod Touch. And here it is, the best iPod Touch we've ever made. On the side, you're going to be amazed because it's only 6 millimeters thin. And when you pick it up, you'll hardly believe the weight of it. It is incredibly light. We've made it out of this really high quality anodized aluminum with an amazing finish. And on the bottom, you'll see that we have a headphone jack, speaker, and of course, a lightning connector. It is exactly the same 4-inch Retina display that we have in the iPhone 5. So we're bringing the A5 chip to the iPod Touch, which brings dual-core processing to the iPod Touch for the first time, which not only doubles the performance from where the A4 was on the 4th generation iPod Touch, but even more importantly, with the dual-core graphics, can increase the graphics performance by up to 7 times where we were with the A4. So with all this performance, would we sacrifice battery life? And of course, the answer is no. So we have up to 40 hours of music playback with the new Touch. And we've actually increased the video playback. We now have up to 8 hours of video playback. So the camera. It's a 5 megapixel iSight camera. And as you can see from the features, it is every bit the latest technology for sensors and lenses. And for the first time, building autofocus and flash into the iPod Touch. And just like the iPhone 5, we're using a sapphire crystal lens cover to keep your pictures looking clear and sharp. It's now 1080p. Improved the front camera as well, FaceTime HD camera, so better FaceTiming, as well as even recording 720p HD video there. Circle's actually a hidden button. That's part of a feature we call the iPod Touch Loop. And if you push that little button with your finger, it pops out. You can attach the loop. And just like that, you've added a really handy and convenient wrist strap to your iPod Touch. For that added security when you're taking pictures or just walking around town. We've upgraded Bluetooth to 4.0 with low energy capabilities. We have support for 802.11, A, B, G, and dual band N. And we have support now for up to 150 megabits per second max bandwidth. And with the A5 combined with Wi-Fi means we bring AirPlay mirroring for the first time to the iPod Touch, which means you can take your gaming experience from your device to the big screen through Apple TV. And as you probably guessed, this is all powered by iOS 6. And for the first time, we're supporting Siri on the new iPod Touch. Because for the first time, iPod Touch now comes in colors. Comes with its own loop. Color coordinated. We're going to keep the 4th generation iPod Touch in the lineup, but we're going to double its memory. Now have 16 gigabytes and iOS 6 with over 200 new features at $199. And you can double your memory from there to 32 gigabytes for $50 more to $249. And the new iPod Touch with its 6mm design, A5 chip, 4-inch Retina display, iSight camera, 5 colors, earpods, and more for only $50 more than that. So 32 gigabytes for $299.